BMW shakes up design team. Polestar's Missoni takes charge. The chief designer from Polestar, one of the cleanest looking cars out there on the roads today. They do look a little bit like more towards product design than automotive design, but the line flow, the proportions, the graphics specifically, that is the key point that I think BMW has massive issues with. The headlight, the grille, and how everything comes together. So bringing in Missoni from Polestar, I think is going to be a massive, massive change. I think Bangle had at least an idea. He had the flame surfacing that he wanted to bring into BMW, and I think some of the cars that Bangle made was phenomenal, and some were just very strange. The E65, for example. Every single front face of a BMW these days has a completely different face. Dukic has been unapologetic in his big grilled design direction for BMW, while acknowledging the flack that he and the brand have caught. The BMW design chief has likened the current era of BMW's designs to Chris Bangle era, meaning controversial at the time, but now looked upon fondly. And this is something that I think he might be a little bit confused here. When Bangle was in charge of BMW, he had an idea and he had a vision for where he wanted to take BMW as a brand across the entire lineup, to have the same flame surfacing across the entire lineup. And the E65, not my favorite 7 Series of all time, but it turned out to be the best-selling 7 Series of all time. So people clearly appreciated the design. And the Bangle butt also grew on them. We have it in the 7 Series. We also have it in the 6 Series. So you have a continuation, a red line with the design DNA of the Bangle era. And that is something that is missing today under Dukic. And even though we do have these big grills in the front end, if we're gonna put big grills on BMWs, we need to have it across the entire lineup, and also have a line flow in the design. That was something that Bangle was really big on with the flame surfacing design language, which essentially means to have huge surfaces and concave and convex surfaces and lines through those surfaces. A couple of key sharp lines. Think first generation BMW Z4, for example. Anders Warming, one of my favorite designers of all time. I do believe he worked at BMW Design Works back in the day, and he sketched up these sketches for the Z4 with the flame surfacing, and it took inspiration from old vintage BMWs, and also created this Mille Miglia concept, which again included old vintage, almost sturdy styling with modern flame surfacing. It is such a beautiful concept. So Anders Warming, formerly head of design at Rolls-Royce, will now oversee all advanced design topics and the BMW Group design